TIFU by holding hands with the girl I just met. So, for starters, this is my favorite story. It happened last summer, but I want to share it, and we still have never talked about this. I had just gotten out of a 4-year relationship a few months before and was finally feeling ready to meet people again. One of my friends asked if I had met Clara and I said nope. He told me she would be at a party this weekend that everyone was going to and I needed to come. So, I look her up and am excited. He thinks we would be a good fit, so I'm sort of planning on at least chatting her up. Well, my best friend Clonster and I are hanging before the party and I ask him if he knows Clara. He says he does and talks her up like crazy. I am now totally excited. We meet up at this large park in my city and are drinking beers, throwing a frisbee, playing some music, etc. Well, I find myself chatting to someone next to her and I just lean over with my hand out and introduce myself. 20 minutes later we are still talking, and that's when Clonster comes over and sits right next to her and leans his head on her shoulder. I realize he was talking her up because he likes her. Well, he's my best friend, so I think we both just sort of decide to see how the night goes by, and sorry but yes, making it a competition. Nothing serious, just seemed funny and assumed we would both lose. Well, a bit later a handful of us decide to hit up our favorite dive bar. Clonster and Clara included. A few more drinks in and we are both surely being so obvious and obnoxious, but yes, still both chatting her up for a bit. We decide to go to my place and just my 2 roommates, a couple, and Clonster and Clara come back. We walk in and Clonster chooses a movie and turns it on. I use the restroom and return to see her cuddled into his chest. I figure that's it. Game, set, match. And enjoy the movie for a bit. I get tired around 2 a.m. and say those two can sleep in my bed if they want to, or they can sleep on the couch. They opt for my bed. Clara is in the middle and we all start falling asleep when she says I'm not tired. Should we play truth or dare? We both say yep and proceed to do silly dares. Eventually involving waking up my roommates and having them come into my room to play. Doesn't take long before the boyfriend says he's so tired and that all 5 of us should go into their bed and fall asleep to a scary movie. The bed goes as follows, from right side of bed to left, BF, GF, me, Clara, Clonster. So, it's squished in this full-size bed and Clara is having to put some of herself on me. I'm not thinking anything of it because we are going to sleep. Due to the cramped situation, I have to really contort my body and arms to be comfy. So, I'm turned toward the GF with my right hand going backwards towards Clara. Well, before I fall asleep she grabs my hand. Suddenly, I'm all like, no way. I'm making out tonight. And I'm super stoked. And 32. Anyway, it's just fun, you know? So, she starts playing with my hand and I'm sort of rubbing hers right back. And then it's borderline violent. My hand is being fudged by her hand. So, I return it her way with plenty of strength as well. And I notice she's got some rough hands. I know she is an artist of sorts, so it's almost hot. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, where do I go from here? Her head is in my chest area and I just lean down for some weird reason and kiss her forehead. Seemed normal at the time. Well, a moment later she stands up and says she's going to sleep on the couch. I realize I'm still holding hands with someone. I look over and Clonster and I make eye contact while holding hands. I turn away in the bed, he just stands up and leaves the house. No words exchanged. I am laughing so hard to myself about how this girl I just met tonight must be so confused that I kissed her forehead. Oh, then realize she has rough hands because they were actually my best friend's hands. Update. I can't believe this blew up so much, but happy to see this gave so many of you a laugh. I still live with the GF and checked with her and apparently I am not good at determining bed sizes either. It's a queen. No mole was going on. We are just a funny group of friends at times, so the couple inviting us to sleep in their room didn't seem strange in the slightest. Clonster and I are still best friends, but he is someone who would have a hard time talking about this, but I find it hilarious. Anyone else, I would have laughed with them there and then. TL, Dr. met a girl my friend and I both liked. We both hit on her, and at the end of the night we both thought we were holding her hand, but we were actually just holding each other's.